your skin. Your scent draws me in. Oh, please tell me I never leave. Your hand seeks my hand. No, you'll lead me away, but I hope for the best. Don't know what you want. How can't you see what is right in front? Or is there something else that you need? As you might just leave me on. Please don't take me far. It will be one.
Go on, chase him down the street. Dirty clothes and clumsy feet to the driveway. To the driveway. Mama always out too late, doing things she shouldn't do. Clever boy got time to waste, but nobody got time for school. Drinking up and smoke cigars, knowing he'd be sick for days. Clever boy got time to waste. Clever boy got time to waste, and while his future just slips away, baggy jeans and snapback streams away, he'd never forget that wish he made years ago and high oh, that he'd become something. Just grow up and be something.